Hey guys, Darla, Scrap Girl 12. I get my chair. I got a new rug under my chair and it's not working. How you doing? How's everybody doing? Hope this isn't too flashed out. How y'all doing today? Happy hump day. It is Wednesday, right? I totally do not even know what day it is. Oh my goodness. How y'all doing, Carla? Let me turn my computer just a little glare. How's everybody doing? Hump day. Patty. Oh, thanks, Carla. Thanks so much. Amaris. You're working on a zine? Okay. Okay, good. Hi, Ashley. I know I'm missing people. Darla, Scrap Girl, Stars Art. Hi, Ray. Good to see you. Pamela, Ashley, Colorful Girl. Thanks everybody for popping in. Yeah, I thought we'd just either work on an art journal, and I want to test the markers on. I got some new paper, some new marker paper to test. And the stream may be short. Hubster is still down on his back. So he's laying in the next room, and I told him if he needed anything to tap on the wall. And we did a test, and I can hear him if he taps on the wall. So if he taps on the wall, you'll have to excuse me. I'll have to go see what he wants. But yeah, so he's on pain medication. We took him to the doctor yesterday. He got an x-ray. The x-ray should be back today. Got his prescription for some muscle relaxers and some other stuff for his back. So yeah, he is down on his back. He's thrown his back out a lot of different times, but he said this is the worst. This is the worst time, he said, for his back. So hi, Rhonda, Molly, Jessica. Got to get my voice going here. Linda. Got some juice here. And I know. So it is, Jessica. Yeah, it is. And hi, by the way, Jessica Sparkles. I haven't seen you around for a while. Good to see you. Hi, Molly. Good to see you. Yeah, so I pulled some markers out to test on this Express It paper. I don't think, as far as I know, unless I've done it accidentally, have never tried this paper, but I see it recommended a lot for alcohol markers, and even says on it, specifically selected for use with alcohol markers. So I thought I pulled some markers out to do some blending tests, and I pulled out Hoo Hoo Hero, Copic, the Master's Touch, what do you call it brand? Hobby Lobby brand. I thought I had one of those in here somewhere. Maybe I didn't pull one of those. Yeah, there's one there. So anyway, I pulled some markers to try it on this paper. And then I just have my art journal here to play in for a while. So we'll see how it goes. Oh, thank you, Ray. Thank you so much. Oh, okay. Well, good to see you, Jessica. Ashley. I know I'm probably missing somebody. Rhonda. So anyway, if you are joining us for the first time or watching a recording, these sleeves are so long. Joining us for the first time. I usually come on a few minutes early before we start any project, just to say good morning to everybody and hi, how you doing? Hi, Sarah. Oh, you got your Christmas pig. Oh, it was just a little draw. Yeah, it was fun. I'm glad you liked it, and I think you said your grandma would like it. That's great. So yeah, I did get all those envelopes mailed. I haven't mailed out the Mondays creature drawing things because I've been taking a hubster to the doctor, so, and to the x-ray and the pharmacy, all that, and just hanging out and taking care of him. So hopefully he'll be on the mend in a few days. And oh, thank you, Stars. Thank you for the $5 super sticker. Let me write you down. Make sure Starlight might have your address, but email me your address. Anybody that super chats me or PayPal's tip jar me. Let me write this on. It's SCR. Oh, forgot the R. Let's see. Your address so I can send you a thank you back. Thank you. Thanks so much. Pigs were her special thing, Sarah. Hi, Christine. So yes, thank you, Starla, so much for supporting the channel. And I write them all down and put them in my list for the monthly thank yous. So I appreciate any support for the channel. Thanks, guys. Let's see. Anyway, so yeah, again, I just started working in this. Let me do a little fussy cutting. I pulled a couple little things here I might want to use on the page. I don't know if I'll use them on the page, but this kind of looked like a bone dragon thing, and I pulled a skeleton here. I don't know if I really want to use a skeleton. I'd paint it over purple, of course. But let's just let's cut this little skeleton thing guy out and see what we can do with him. I'm just going to fussy cut here. I'll try to fussy cut on camera. Oh, thank you so much, BizUp2. Whoops, there we go. Thank you so much. Did you get your color book that you somebody picked you? Or I think it was a color book you got. Wasn't it? I don't remember. I think it was a color book. Did you get some happy mail? We sent you some happy mail. I hope you got it. And thank you so much. Yeah. Prayers for the hubster. Thank you. And there's Emily. Okay. You did? Okay, good. All right. And then Carla's always an encourager, not just at my channel, but at everybody's channel. She's always, I try to stay in camera. She's always encouraging people on all channels. So yeah, we'll see. I just thought I just pulled a few things out of my, sorry guys, I have to get my voice going here. I should probably make some hot coffee, but I didn't. I just grabbed some cranberry juice and yeah, I don't want the whole thing, something like that. It's like a little fish. Maybe it's a manatee. No, I don't know what it is. Anyway, some kind of a fish scale thing, and I don't know if I even need that. Maybe I don't need that. Maybe I just need the head. I have this kind of pointy head, kind of dinosaur kind of, I may not need it at all because I kind of like that. It's kind of like a pterodactyl head. Oh, you're welcome, Ashley. You're welcome. I'm glad. I like to hear when mail gets there. So hi, Molly. And anybody I miss. So thanks. And if you're a lurker, don't feel afraid to come pop in and say hello. Yeah, I don't think I need that. Maybe he's looking down. Maybe there's one down in here. Maybe there's a flower down in there. We'll see. Let's see who's messaging me or checking on Mom. Oh, thanks, Mom. Mom was saying, she was saying prayers for him too. Let me give her a heart. I think she's just listening in. So thanks, Mom. Hi, Janet. Oops, the chat moves so quick. By the time I click on somebody, it's somebody else. Hi, Janet. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Kimberly, Terry. I said hi to Ashley, Suzanne. Yeah, thanks everybody for popping in. I'm just, we're going to test some markers here on this Express It paper. Has anybody ever used that paper? I'm sure some of you have. Have y'all used that Express It paper? Yeah, I'm not sure I'm liking this bone. I like the way I did the bones in the purple. I don't know that I need these bones. I don't need those bones. Hi, Sue, Sarah. So I'm just going to fussy cut a couple of little things out. I'll be working in my journal today. I'll zoom in when I start working on it more, but I'm going to test that Express It paper. So you have BizUp too? How is it? How is the paper? Do you find that it's really good for the alcohol markers? I mean, everybody that I researched on YouTube videos, they all love that paper. That's why I got it. I got it because everybody's recommended it. Good. Well, sorry. Good news, Ashley. Oh, congratulations. Awesome. Well, I'm sure you'll be posting pics on IG, right? I know because I see most, I mean, I don't see everybody's any, everything of anybody on, Instagram or anything like that. But I do see, Ashley, you come up in my feed quite often. But I deliberately go look when somebody has something going on, and I'll go look them up. And I know not everybody sees everything I post either. It's just the way of it. It's the way the algorithm works. And, sometimes I think it's who you like, the like button. If you like button somebody, they'll pop up more often in your feed. I'm not sure. But yeah. Yeah, I know. Janet goes, yay, Ashley, Merry Christmas. So, and I'm just cutting out a flower. I'm trying to kind of do it on camera here, but it's kind of far away for something tiny. So I just picked a few things that I thought might work on this page, which I could move up a little. So, yeah, anybody else use that paper? You like it a lot. Okay, we'll see. So I'm going to test it out. Test out that Express It paper. So how many of y'all are y'all buying your gifts online? Have you gone and done any shopping yet? I had to mail some stuff out, so I did that. I had over the weekend, I got mom's and my daughter out in LA, their packages done, and I got them mailed on Monday. So, yeah. And of course, yesterday we spent all day running Hubster around to the doctors and the x-rays and the pharmacy and all that for his back. So he's on pain meds and muscle relaxers. So we'll see how it goes. He'll get the results of the x-rays today. I don't know if it's going to show anything, but we'll see. He's thrown his back out many times over the course of our lives. I'm about to bite the bullet and try fussy cutting. I like these B ones. They're the yellow and black. I forget who makes them. Is it Fiskar that makes it? No, EK Success makes these. But just little and sharp. EK Success, maybe some of the other girls will have more recommendation. I've tried these, and I have some the Tim Holtz. The ones Tim Holtz has, his scissors are good, but they're serrated. So when you're cutting with Tim Holtz scissors, you can feel the serration. I don't care for that when I'm fussy cutting. It's fine for papers and other things when I'm doing other cutting with Tim Holtz scissors. But when I'm doing tiny little fussy cutting, I don't like that serration feel. That little bump, 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 bump. Bum, 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 bum. I don't know how else to describe it. And so I like these. They're by EK. I don't even know if they make them. You can get them. These are very old. You can also get these same scissors with the what do you call it, coating on them. Well, anyway, they're black. They're black. The metal is coated. Hi, Juanita. I see you. Good morning. Jessica's completely done shopping for Christmas. Been done for 2 weeks. Oh, thanks, Kalora. Yeah, thank you. Please do. He's in the next room right there. You can probably hear me because I talk loud. But he's right in the next room in the extra bedroom, in the guest bedroom. And so if he needs anything, he'll tap on the wall. I told him, just tap on the wall. If you need anything, I'll come right over there. So, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Julie. They have those serrated edges, and they are kind of weird. They're fine for paper cutting in general, but when you're fussy cutting, it's odd. It's odd. It's kind of a weird. You're thinking about those scissors. The other thing that I would tell you about fussy cutting is let me get something a little bigger so you can see. When you're fussy cutting something, don't do this. Don't move the scissors. Keep your scissors still and move the paper. So in other words, let me hold it here. So you move the paper. You move the paper when you're fussy cutting, not the scissors. You just hold the scissors in one position, and then just do this. Just close and don't chop, chop, chop. I mean, sometimes you have to do that a couple times, but for the most part, just do this with your scissors and just and move the paper. And you'll get a clean cut. So that's my fussy cutting tips. Just let the scissors completely close, then open them all the way and just go like that and shut on them like that and move the paper rather than the scissors. Let's see. Ginger tea and natural muscle. Yeah, well, he's on muscle relaxers. We got him some medicine yesterday. I mean, he can't walk. He can barely walk. He has a cane. He's hobbling around on. I mean, he really threw his back out this time. But yeah, I've got ginger tea and all that too. She spins. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, that's okay. I'm sure where to go. Where'd she sit? Oh yeah, I'm sure it tastes like it's from God. Ginger tea and honey. I'm sure it does taste like it's from God. We read typos, Juanita. Yeah, move the paper. Yeah. So anyway, oh, I got this little building here. Oh, no, let me move that little skull. So I just found a few things that I liked in the that collage. Let me show you the book here. If y'all haven't seen it, we've talked about it many times. Oh, I lost my building there. It's the extraordinary things to cut out in collage, and it's just packed full, literally, guys, packed full. And this one's, I've got it all, chewed up here, but it's got everything. It's got a little bit of everything in it. Literally. And so I just went through and pulled a few things to add to these journal pages. Now, this journal here, which I showed again on Monday, these journal pages, these are cut out of old journal pages. Hi, Trisha. Let's see. Hi, Sue. All right, so Sue got a pair of the Martha Stewart scissors on clearance at Michael's, and they work great. So I've not tried Martha Stewart scissors. Yeah, I have those. I'm not sure where they are right now, Carla, but yeah, they're reverse. Let me see. Can I put my hand right on there? Let's see. I think they might be in my tool caddy here. Let me see if I can get my tool caddy down. See if I can find those scissors. I'm not sure where I put them because I haven't used them in a while. Oh, is that them? No. There's my crocodiles, my corner chompers. I'm not seeing my Fiskars, but they are odd. They're reverse. They're like a reverse scissor. Let me see. Where else would I put them? I'm not sure. Let me check over here. This little thing. No, I don't know where they are right now. But they're I can't describe them. You have to see them to know what we're talking about. But those are good. I use those for a lot of years. But I can't find them right now. Let's see. Hi, Kenny. Good morning. And hi, is Picola here? Yeah, there she is. Hi, Picola. So let's see, where was I? Oh, so I got this little flower here. I don't know if I want that little flower in there. It gets kind of lost, and it kind of clashes with this. It makes it look like it's not compositionally good when they got two things exactly the same kind of shape, a star shine and a flower that looks like it, unless it's somewhere like, where it's going to be in a triangle or something. Now it kind of works there. It does get a little lost up there, but it does work right there to break up that collage from this. So anyway, what I was saying is this book is old art journal pages that I didn't like as they were, so I cut them up. And I did do a flip of this on Monday. Again, I've done it a few times over the last couple of weeks to show where I've just taken old art journal pages that I didn't like and cut them down. And now I will rework them, and that's what I'm doing here is just reworking them. Hi, little sister Cheryl, Kathy Carney, Suzanne. I'm probably missing people. Abigail, Cheryl. So anyway, so I got this little the Mayan temple thing, and I thought that would work down in here. It does get a little lost, but I kind of like it with that kind of surround there, with the kind of, and it's hard to see. I mean, I would paint it in a little better, but I kind of like that, so I might do that. And if I'm not doing a big full-on collage, I'll just either use my tacky glue or I don't trust glue sticks on top of acrylic paint. If you're just gluing down something with a, what do you call it, just on paper, a glue stick will hold it down. But when you put it on top of acrylic paint, it's kind of iffy with the glue stick. So it's better if you, really glue it down with some, tacky glue or even school glue, just something that will completely cover it. And then always, when you glue something down with the glue, don't just leave the beads there unless you don't care if it's bumpy, because it will leave bumps and ridges in your glued down piece. So you want to smear it out with your finger so it's not, what do you call it, bumpy, Let's see. So don't forget, guys, if you have any questions, put them in caps. Don't forget to set your little wheel setting at 1080p or 720. And also make sure that at the top of your chat window, you have live chat clicked. Because if you just have top chat clicked, you will not see all the chat. You'll only see the top chat. You won't see all of it. So you want to make sure to have, and that's true of all live shows. Make sure you have your little wheel set to as high as the person is streaming. And also have live chat clicked at the top. Otherwise, you're not going to see all the chat. And people go, well, why didn't you say something to me? Well, I didn't see it. So people, I mean, not to me, but to other people, why didn't you answer me, Janet? Or, well, she probably did and you didn't see it because you only have live chat. You don't have live chat clicked. So, hi, Jane, Donna, Carolyn Buys, hi. Okay, so yeah, let me hold this up and then I'm going to zoom in a minute, but I'll just show you here so you can see. Got the little Mayan temple thing down there. And I think I'm going to put this little flower kind of right there. Just kind of breaks up that. But I'm going to have a waterfall or something right there. I painted in these rocks, these falling rocks right there. So let's just go ahead and put a little glue on this. And just, get all the way out to those fussy cut edges because they're going to be, gentle there because they'll tear. Let's see, I'll go right there with it. I might put my watch hand cutting across there. That might be good, like the watch hand's cutting through there and over to that. I don't know, it looks like a pterodactyl to me. A pterodactyl bones, and then I cut this fish, which I'm not going to use it now because I use this Mayan temple thing, and I already did get out some paint. Let me put a little water right here on the side and do a little wash over that temple. Do I want it the dark purple? So just water down your acrylic paint, and then you can put a wash over anything that's like black and white or gray, just to give it a little, so it's not just black and white and gray. And something like that. Let that dry, or I can hit it with the heat gun. Then I'm going to put some water right along here. I got a couple little cliffs going down here. Got some little cliffs. So I've just been kind of doodle painting. Just making up a little world as I go. It doesn't, it doesn't have to, be, it's just a world from, just a imaginary world that I'm, making with every little tiny little thing doesn't have to make sense. you can leave it up to your imagination what's going on. I kind of like this as a nebula kind of falling down this way kind of nebula, rather than like this would be a nebula that's going out in space that away. So I might put that in here after I get some paint. And the nice thing about acrylic paint, and I say this all the time, is when you use matte craft paint, matte, it has to be a lot of your professional artist grade acrylic paints are going to have a sheen to them. And not all of them are going to take color pencil. So you want to test that out. If you plan on using color pencil, yeah, I will zoom in. Thank you, little sister. I planned on doing that. Let's see. There we go. And so if you want to use color pencil, you want a matte craft paint. The other thing too is, like, if you have any magazine images in your piece, if you have not either used golden matte medium, which makes everything matte, or a clear gesso or something, then your pencils are not going to go over shiny, glossy magazine images. They won't. It just won't work. So, oh, good, Kenny, good. Aw, oh, that's nice. Thanks, Kenny, for letting me know. Thank you. Yeah. Hi, Connie, CB. See, I think I said hi to Jane. I know I'm missing people. Michelle. Again, put it in caps like Kenny just did. If you want me to, if you're talking directly to me. So I know you're talking to me. You talking to me? So yeah. So I just kind of just look at it, just kind of build it up as I go. And but there are pages that I didn't necessarily care for in the process of when I was working on them. So I just cut them out. I cut them down, I should say. I cut them down and just double-sided tape. So they'll pull out. They're just double-sided taped in the corners in this journal, so I can continue to work in them, and just play with them. Now this one is finished, and I did post this one on Instagram a week or two ago, a couple weeks probably. I've got to find something to photograph today for my Christmas decoration posts that I've been trying to do at least every other day. I'm not really doing one every day, but trying to do one maybe every other day. I need a baby wipe. So the other thing, when I'm working something small like this, is I just have a baby wipe. And if I'm working just with a tiny brush, I just clean my brush out like this on a baby wipe. Now, eventually it's going to get crusty and you'll have to clean it. Or if you're going to go from, say, something you're painting black and then you're going to paint something yellow, well, then you probably want to really wash your brush out. But I just continually clean my brush off on a baby wipe. And same thing, because I'm blending with a finger or something, I'll just wipe, I just keep a baby wipe in one hand. And that way, and then I can also blend with the baby wipe and, So let's see. Let's add a little bit of detail. I think that's probably dry enough for me to get out a couple pencils. And then again, guys, I'm going to test out the Express It paper. This Express It. Well, here, I just left that on there for y'all to see it. The Express It blending card paper. This has been recommended for alcohol markers. So I don't think I've ever tried this. Maybe I have, and I just don't remember, but I don't think I've ever bought a pack of it. So I bought a pack of it to do some testing, and I pulled out all different alcohol markers: the Hoo Hoo, the Master's Touch, the Copics, the Milo. I think I pulled out a Milo, but anyway. So and we'll test it, because we tested some markers, the Milo markers. We tested those and just tried to blend them on a sketchbook paper and card, what do you call it? I don't even think maybe we tried it on Bristol, but they wouldn't blend. So, and I could just tell the way they were soaking into the paper, that they weren't going to blend well. So I said, well, let me go ahead and get some of this because everybody recommends it. So we're going to test that out here in a little bit. Thank you, Julie. Happy wonderful Wednesday. Did you see your what do you call it? Twitter. I messaged you on Twitter. Yes, Monday. Anyway, a day or two. Tuesday. I think it was Monday. Julie Topaz. So check your messages on Twitter. Let's see. Did you or oh yeah, I ordered it off of Amazon. Molly, good question. Yeah, I got it on Amazon. So it's just Express It blending card. 8.5 by 11, 125 sheets. And it is 250 GSM. I'm not sure what that is in, I'm used to, uh 90 weight, 110 weight. I'm not sure what 250 GSM is. If that's 110, it feels like maybe 90. So it's real slick. It's a real slick paper. I don't know if it's going to go through. We're going to just play with it. So again, I bought a pack of it and we'll see. So I'll test it for you guys. Let's see. Take a sip of juice. Hi, Kathy Berg. I think I said hi to everybody that I see so far. So yeah, so this is just a piece of one of my art journal pages that I didn't like. Oh, I didn't put a ring on. I got my bracelets. I didn't put a ring on. I didn't. That pages that I didn't like, and again, I showed them. I'll just kind of do this real quick, just a little flip, just so you can see a few of them here. And they're pages that I cut down. Like I'm really attracted to this one. I really want to work on this. And you just look at it and see, what kind of world you can see in there, and then just start, painting in and changing it to whatever world you want. You got to kind of be brave. You can't be afraid to try, and add more things, like add some more collage pieces, or the other collage artist with a little bit bigger items, bigger elements is Catherine Anderson on Amazon. Catherine Anderson has kind of larger, like, did I have one of her shells here? I thought I had one of her shells. She has like larger things, big. I mean, she does have little tiny doors too, but she has larger shells, doors, portals, and those kind of things that I really like. And and then I just kind of paint it in and just play on it. There's one of my hand carved stamps. And but for whatever reason, the full page wasn't working. Like this was probably an 8.5 by 11 page, but I didn't like it. But look, now when you cut it down to this size, it's like, ooh, I see a lot of good stuff there, right? But you can't be afraid. Can't be afraid to cut it down if you don't like something, and it's not working. Then just cut it down to a different size. And I showed y'all how to take two pieces of L paper, just like cut some L's like a mat. If you just cut a mat in half, a framing mat, cut it on two sides till you have two L's, and then you can adjust what the piece that you want to see, and then you can just say, well, do I like this? Do I like that? So if you do that, then you can kind of pick out what you I bet what appeals to you in a little smaller section, right? So yeah, so this is one I've been working on this morning. I just have a few colors, white, black, and two purples. Everything else is dry. The gold, the blue, all that other stuff is dry. Well, I think that's a little bit of blue right there that I kind of made some light blue with, but yeah. But yeah, it does, Pacola, it does. So this is the one I've been working on this morning, and again, this to kind of look like a pterodactyl skeleton hanging there. Put the little Mayan temple. Now I can add some detail, like, let me get, where's my white Posca? I just had a white Posca here. What do I do with you, white Posca? Did I put you back in the, did it go roll on the floor? I just had one. Maybe it got mixed in here. No. Well, let me grab another white Posca. That one's too big. I need a smaller one. That one. So, and you know, you can also use some gel pens, the jelly roll pens. They come in different sizes. This is a 05, so it's a little thicker than some. Thick being relative, you know. So you can do some little tiny details like on this little building. Now you do have to be aware, especially with something like a jelly roll pen or a water-based pen or something like that. If you plan on varnishing any of it, you got to be careful because it can just rub it right off. So you do have to be kind of careful with certain pens. But Posca is paint in a pen. This rug under my chair is not working. Let me get some pencils here. All right, let's see. Let's get a light couple of purples here. And so I can have some background, something going on here. And again, the reason that the pencil works on top of the acrylic, it's because it's an acrylic paint, the matte acrylic craft paint. So you have to test your, you know, if you have an artist grade acrylic paint, test it to make sure that you can use pencil over before you use it in a project, and then you go to pencil on top of it and it won't work because it's too slick. So I'm just putting a little bit of this kind of movement in behind here. And I have these little hills right here. So that's why it's mixed media. You're using all kinds of mediums, pencil, paint, you know, markers, whatever. So, yeah. And then I need my white pencil. And you can use pencil or you can use your Posca. And I always tell people that never use Poscas, if you're not sure if you're going to like Posca or a paint pen, get you a white one. And they come in different thicknesses. This is like a medium one. They have pointier ones, which I just had here somewhere and I can't find. So I grabbed this one. You know, get you a Posca paint pen for your highlights and details. Or, you know, like I'm using a pencil here. And this is just a Prismacolor pencil. So, yeah. So this is one of the Mayan temples, I think, in Mexico or South America. I'm not sure where this one is. I just cut it out of the collage book. But again, Catherine Anderson has all kinds of cool collage books. I don't know, maybe 10, 15 different kinds. And so if you want to find some collage fodder without having to dig through magazines or old books or calendars or whatever, then buy some Catherine Anderson. Yeah, it works on anything that's not shiny. It'll work on anything that's like if it's a satin, a gloss, it's not going to work on that. So whatever kind of paints you use, as long as they're not shiny, because it's like trying to put pencil on a magazine image. That's shiny. I mean, I know there's matte magazine magazine pages these days too, but you know, the slick and the pencil will not work on a shiny page. So let's see. Let's put a little bit of cloud stuff back in here. This is like a little portal down in here, under here. Maybe a little bit of cloud stuff going on. So, yeah. But I just like, this is my meditation, like chill. This is my chill art here, doing this kind of thing because it's just so relaxing. Let's see. Did I receive your gnome color? Oh, good. Okay. Good. All right. I'm glad. You're welcome. You're welcome. Glad you got it. um, yeah. I'm glad. Thanks, everybody, when y'all let me know when you get something. That's nice. All right. So I'm just got a little, and you can take your time. I don't work on one page all until it's completely finished, unless I need to do it for a project, or if I want to show you something on Instagram or something, and I'll finish it. But when I'm working this kind of stuff like this, I don't in this kind of book where it's just my art journal. I just take my time, and I might do this, and I might flip over to another page and work on it. So it's not like. Um, I don't feel compelled to finish one page before I move on to another, but that's okay if you do. Take your time and just work on one page as long as you want. It's your journal. You can do whatever you want. All right, so let's see this gel pen. I want some just thin lines. Just a little bit. All right, so now let's see down in here, right along the bottom here, I'm going to have a little bit of waves. Probably should do that better with a brush, at least to start. And so what's everybody else working on? Y'all getting your Christmas stuff done, wrapped, getting something under the tree or ordered, or, what's your progress? I saw a couple people comment that they have, I think Jessica said she had all her Christmas done 2 weeks ago. I have a lot of it done because I had to mail some. Oh, thank you, Pacola. There we go. There's a link to Catherine Anderson's Amazon books. And she's got a lot of them. She's got a lot of different ones. And I think I've bought, I don't know, 90% of them. There's probably one or two I haven't bought, but they're fun. And they give you ideas and some inspiration, and still a little splash up on these rocks right here. Oh, sorry, can't see. And yeah. And maybe a little shadow under there. So what's everybody working on today? And thanks to all the lurkers hanging out. Oh no, you're waiting for packages stuck in the system so far behind. Yeah, I've mailed a couple. Like I mailed mom in the priority envelope. The 2 days, I guess, supposed to be 2 day, 2 to 3 days. Priority envelope. I mailed her the Daphne's Diary magazine that I bought for her. She finally got it. I think it was 8 days. Took 8 days, I think, for a priority envelope. So yeah, everything's really slow right now. So don't ask me why. I don't know if it's a lot of people ordering a lot of things. So, Amazon is, well, they have their own truck. I don't know. A lot of it comes through the post office, though. So I don't know why, but it is slow. Oh, but it's her small one. Yeah, I would, Kathy, look at the door, the small doors. I think there's one book that has large and small doors. I don't know if there's one that's just all small doors. And her newest one has a lot of vintagey people in different sizes. So some of her books are both. But if you want something smaller, look, I'll recommend this book. Let me clean off my brush here in the water. Hang on. Make sure you do clean your brushes when you're done, or you're taking a break. Clean your brushes, not just on a baby wipe, but in the water for when you're stopping. Oh, good, Trisha. Yeah. Seems like UK, international's been getting things faster than normal, you know. Okay, Kathy said the door book has different sizes. I know there's like 2 or maybe I think there might be 3 door books now. I think there might be 3 door books out. So I'm not sure if they all have different sizes, but this is an awesome book for, and I got other things stuck in here too, like, just some ledger paper and stuff like that. Doesn't have anything to do with this book. Neither do these marbles. They don't have anything to do with this book. These are some of Catherine Anderson's images. These are out of Catherine Anderson's books. So I pulled some texture, See, I like to use just texture pieces of the stuff. I don't rarely use like a full-on, maybe a door. Now I would use like a full-on door or something, but when it's something like this, I like to tear little bits, make landscapes with it. But that's from Catherine Anderson. Oh, here's one of the little doors. So that's the size of the little doors. Hi, Gaga. So, somebody said something about patina. Pacola's answering. To wrap, when to answer return and give a reverse. I don't return. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that, Susan. Oh, you do have the collage book? Yeah. So you'll have, again, some of this is just other stuff I've thrown in here. There's some wrapping paper for my daughter, some marbles for planets. This right here is from a calendar. So again, I rarely use the full thing. I'll use, I'll do something like this and use like that, and then right in here, there's going to be a little wolf or something. Little Red Riding Hood is right in there. Just got to paint her in. But all this stuff, this is all stuff from the book. So you got all kinds of plants and butterflies and just all kinds, from all over the world, plants, fruits, vegetables, flowers, all kinds of flowers, trees, shells. What else? Just keep flipping here. This is just the things I've cut out because I've used something of them. But then you have, flip all over. Then you have hands. You have different hands and space, astronauts, boats, ships, cars, people, faces, the old black and white, 50s look. Those are always fun and funny. And let's flip through the back here. There's a few images in the back that are really big. And there's birds, there's bugs, little flowers, skeletons, and all kinds of animals, mushrooms, cactus, buildings, famous buildings. That's right here is where I cut the top off of that Mayan temple and put it right there. Yeah. So you don't have to use the whole thing, Let's just say you need some stairs or, just need some columns. You don't have to use the whole thing. You just use little bits. There's cats, dogs, appliances, furniture, vintage toys, food, machinery. And again, back to the space and the buses and the cars and the trucks, circus, and then just kind of, pop art kind of things. There's some comic things in here. Statues, bits of eyes, noses, and mouths. So there's just tons. There's just tons of stuff in this. So if you want something small, little items, I would recommend this. Hi, Chicken Pot Pie Society. You fussy cut all the pictures from that? That would be therapeutic. Just sit and fussy cut. I've done a few, I think, I might use this one soon. I'll do a few, but I don't really, I'll tear things out, but I usually don't fussy cut till I'm ready to use them. But that's a nice therapy. Just sit and fussy cut. I know people that love to fussy cut, and also glue book. Where you just glue things in a book, no meaning. Like Shannon Green, she's done that. Glue book. Well, there's a lot of people that do glue books, but where you just cut random things out and glue. Oh, thank you, Tricia, for the super chat. Thank you so much. I'm gonna write you down here. I write them all, everybody down that super chats. And if you PayPal tip jar me, guys, make sure and leave your address in PayPal's comment section so I can send you a thank you. Thank you for the 10 pounds, Tricia. Thank you so much. Appreciate the support of the channel. Hi, Junk Journal Shop. Gaga says she does do glue books. Yeah, thank you so much. Anybody that supports the channel. I do send out a monthly print or some thank you. It's usually a print. I have sent out other things on occasion, but for the most part, I'll send out a monthly print. Okay, so I'm going to put a little more detail in this and see what I want to do. And then we're going to test out. Thanks, Trisha. I know my mods are awesome, aren't they? So, yeah. So I'm just going to kind of, let's see what I want to do here. Maybe a little blend. And then I did just paint in these rocks, like, make them look like maybe either falling rocks or overhanging rocks. And so then you can go in there and put shadows and highlights and, look things up. You're not sure what does a rock look like that's highlighted or shadowed, or, look things up and do experiments. It's your art journal. This is to, practice and play and figure out what you want to do and how you want to do things. And then you'll always have a record of it. And so the next time you want to do something with a specific, not style, technique, then you'll have it in, your book. And yeah. So these little bones here. Maybe I was thinking about Hubster's back. So I started doing a spine. So yeah, for those of y'all who weren't here earlier, we did go to the doctor yesterday, and he got some pain meds and some muscle relaxers, and then they did send him over to get an X-ray. So he'll find out today on the X-ray. He's thrown his back out, lots of times over the years, but this time, and he usually just like works it out, usually just lets it work out. But this time it wasn't working out. So he had to go to the doctor for this one. Hi, Susan. Junk Journal Shop. I said hi. Oh, thank you, Susan. Yeah. And so just, maybe some little hills here, some little cliffs, some little rocks, some little, and just, take your time, do it light. And if you don't like it, you can always just paint it out. And just paint right back over it. So if you don't like something, just paint it back. But, hey, Nick and Tina. How you doing? So I told him if he needs anything just to hit on the wall. He's in the guest bedroom right next door. So he hasn't hit on the wall yet for me to come do something for him. I said, just don't, it's okay. I'll just take a second to go run over there if you need something. So, thanks, guys. Thanks, Jane. So this just looks like some kind of a pterodactyl looking thing here. I don't know. So kind of hanging down there. Could be whatever you want. It doesn't have to be anything, real. You can make your own little creatures up. right. So, all right. So I think I might do some stars. I can do the stars. Let me show you how to do that because I know people are going, how do you splatter those stars? Although I do it almost on every collage, so it's not like you don't know, but we just get a little bucket of stars, and I'm just going to pour out a little bit of paint. This is all clogged up, so I've just been taking, there's not much left in this little jar, so I've just been trying to finish it up. So just put a little bit of paint and then just water it down. Get you a floppy brush. I like these calligraphy brushes that are real floppy. You just want something that's real floppy so it'll splatter. But make sure you, before you take it right over to you, it's going to be giant blobs. You have to kind of tap it off. And I just do this. I just tap it with my finger. Tap off the excess. See, look at that big blob I got right there. So then you can see that's too big. So just wipe it off. And just, tap off the bulk of the paint till you get most of it off. And then just go in there and splatter. If you get some in a place you don't want, or you get some that are too big, then while they're wet, let's put some down here in the water because I see places I don't want it. And take your baby wipe while it's wet and just wipe it away. Wipe it away wherever you don't want the stars or the water splatter. Or if you got some that are too big, too many, or you don't want them, and you just wipe it away. Okay. And then to get very specific, if you want them in a very, exactly in a certain spot, like you're going to do a star shine or something, then use your Posca. So let's go ahead and dry this. Hi, Judy. How you doing? Good to see you. It does take a minute because it's kind of thick. The paint's, even though you've watered it down, it's still a little thick. The dots. And then, like over here, I might want more purple nebula going on over here. This already had some kind of a rose kind of color in it, but I don't want it to dominate the color. So I'm just going to kind of just put a little bit of that purple in there just so it's knocked back a little. Then I can go in here and any place I want to be, add a few more or certain size stars, or you can just go in and be, put them exactly where you want. Or if you want your star shine to be brighter. Like that. Or, you can just keep working on those little clouds. Whatever, just play. And then more, maybe a little bit more brightness to this water down here. There's just certain elements I like. I like time. I like water. I like, I need a purpley. Where's my brush? And there's just certain things that I like. Let me get rid of that a little bit. Blend that a little in there. Some people like, and I do like to do pets. Don't get me wrong. I love my animals, doing animals. But in my collage, I'll usually just have like one focal animal, big, like the animal will be the feature, but paint's starting to kind of glaze, film over here. It's been sitting here for a couple hours. I just started working on this morning. So just kind of soften that, and then I'll go in here with the white and kind of drag some down there. Okay, so let's see. Looks like a scene from a Mario Galaxy. I love I just like doing Galaxy. I love science fiction and and I love games. I don't play them. I have in the past, but I don't have time to really get into games anymore. And I don't like games where it's all shoot 'em ups and stuff. I like, if y'all remember the Myst, Riven, Uru, puzzle solving games. That's the kind of games that I liked. All right, so let's see. I might do a little bit. Let's get in here with a little bit of drag this. It's starting to get a little dry. Let me just add a tiny bit of water. I don't usually add water to the paint except for the star splatter. When I'm just painting like this, I don't really water down too much unless it starts getting dry. Then you got to start, watering it down. Hi, Shell, Artie, Susan Fountain. Hi, some big jerk. Good to see you. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Kalura. I don't know. Maybe I'll make a small print out of it. A lot of people like purple. So let's just do a little bit of kind of like a little waterfall thing going in here. Try to keep it subtle. Just a little bit of something going on back there. All right, so I think I'm going to go ahead and stop this for a while. We'll come back to maybe another page, but I want to do the what do you call it? The marker test. Now you could also have things like you could have water splashing off of here. Do it subtly. You could do this, or it could be a moss. I'm just kind of bouncing something off here. Just a little bit, just a tiny bit. Just your eye will fill in the rest. Yeah, I can see it's whatever you want it to be. And if you want, all right, so who said it? Jane said like a waterfall of stars. Well, then you can look, I can do falling stars. I can do, you have the stars falling. Or maybe they're going up. Needs another one right over here. There you go. Oh, thanks, Gaga, for the 20 pounds. Thank you so much. I'm writing you down. I write everybody down that super chats or super stickers, and make sure you email me your address. Yeah, reverse gravity. There you go, Jane. Here's my email. Here's my email. If you will email me your address. Oh, so let's see. It didn't quite click. There we go. There we go. Make sure you email me your address so I can send you out a print, Gaga. Do you like purple too? Everybody like purple? Okay, Kenny, back to lurking. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, guys, supporting the channel. I really do. Let's see. Thanks. And I think I hope I did say good morning to you because I said to check your messages. So, yeah. Thanks, guys. All right, I'm going to stop on it for now, I think, and we'll go over to test those markers on that Express It paper just to see how it works. And a couple of y'all said you've tried it and you like that it works well for alcohol markers. So I think we will do that. Let's see. Oh, hang on. Let me answer Annie's asking how Hubster is doing this morning. Give me just a second, guys, so I can text this to her, okay? Hang on. Okay, let's see if she's going to answer me, I'm sure. I had to tell her, let's see, how, are you sure my address you sent me a 6 Okay, Gaga. Okay, then as long as you haven't moved. Okay, Gaga, as long as you haven't moved. All right, let's see. How much is it? Ashley's asking, how much is what, Ashley? How much is what? I'm not sure what you're asking. Please tell Hubster I hope he missed. Oh, thank you. Yes, thanks, Judy O. Yeah. Thanks, Judy W. So, all right. I'll just leave my messages open here so if she answers me again, I'll just answer her back. All right, so I'm going to move this off the table. And so there you can see what we got so far. Oh, the marker paper. How much was the marker paper? I'll look it up on my Amazon. Let me look it up. Hang on. So it's Express It blending card, and it has 125 sheets. Let me see. All right. Express It blending card, 8.5 by 11, 250 GSM, 125 sheets. Specially selected for use with alcohol markers, and it kind of reminds me of now we haven't tested it yet, I'm going to test it here in a minute. It feels like a photo paper. Now, is it anything like a photo paper? No idea. But it has that satiny, very slick photo paper feel. It's like a photo card stock feel, right? And so it feels exactly the same on the front and the back. Feels exactly the same. I can tell. Now, whether it's going to react the same, I don't know, but it feels exactly the same front and back. Okay. All right. So let me look up the price. Okay, Gaga, thank you so much. Thank you for supporting the channel. And Kalora, have a good day at work. Thank you so much. Let me look it up, Ashley, and see how much it costs. Let's see. Let me go back over here. My orders. Let me click on it. How much was it? Let me see. It was like $40 and change. I'm not sure if maybe you have Prime, you get free shipping. But yeah, so it's like $40 and change for 125 sheets. Okay. So yeah, it's not cheap, but I mean, look, you get a look how many come in it. Now I got the 125. I don't know if there's if there's a smaller pack you can buy. I don't know, but it's hefty. This heavy paper. So yeah. Okay, so let's see. Oh, okay. So Pacola said there's a smaller package of express paper right there. There you go. Pacola's on it, people. Snapping turtle. Thank you, Pacola. Yeah, I didn't. I just bought this because I wanted to. If I said I'm going to buy it to, use it, I'm going to let's just get a full pack. So, all right. Let's see. Okay, so there it is. Janet got 25 sheets for $25. Okay. Well, she linked, she showed it. I don't know how, if she's ever tried it. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm going to get a piece and let's move everything over to the side here. Stack that over on the side. And again, that's what it looks like. So if you, it says acid-free archival, ultra smooth, bright white surface, laser and inkjet compatible. So I will try to run it through. I'll try to run it through the my inkjet printer and see what happens. Some papers like this, if you have to be you have to test, and you don't want to be just testing on $1 a sheet paper. But some photo papers, they're so slick that the ink doesn't really, stick. So you have to really set your printer settings just right. Perfect for marker blending and illustration, ideal for stamping and card making, high surface saturation. So that's important. And non-pilling. So it's not going to pill. Okay. Yeah, you do save. Yeah. So for 125 sheets. So you're looking at probably, what does that make it? 30 cents a sheet, something like that. 30 cents a sheet if you buy the $40 pack or whatever, compared to $1 a sheet if you buy the 25 pack. So yeah. Okay. So let's do some testing here. So what I did, let's move the paint out of the way for a minute and the water. Get all that out of the way. And we'll probably come back to the art journal. I'll see how Hubster's doing. I'll go take a quick break. He's talking to Annie right now. She said she was going to call him. I can hear him talking over there. So, yeah, we'll see how he's doing. All right. So, let's put this on. All right. Move the paints. Hi, Kathy A. I wonder if this would be good for watercolor. We'll test. We'll test, Kathy. I think because, well, we'll test. Okay. It's so slick. It's like if it feels like a satin, even slicker than a satiny photo paper. I mean, it feels really slick. Okay. So I pulled out some different colors. So let's just start with just Copics. I did pull out some hoo-hoos, some of the Master's Touch. I could pull out well, the Milo and the Master Touch I think are exactly the same, but let's see. There's a Milo. Okay. All right. So I'm going to I just pulled out a couple of shades that are similar in the colors. So I have a couple of Copic Sketch and a Chow. So let's see here. Let's start with the more olivey green, and we'll just put some down. Now, not all these markers are brand new, so we'll see. Okay, then this is more of this one's getting running out a little bit, but I can see how it's blending pretty fairly easy. Let me see. Maybe I should zoom in a little more. Hang on, guys. There we go. All right. See, they're not in the same family. I mean, they're in greens, but they're not in the same, like YG03, YG05, they're different, in a series. But I just want to test the blendability in a couple of different. Let's get a darker green. Let's get a little bit darker green and see here. when we try to blend there we go. And it is a squeaky paper. Not going to lie, it is a squeaky paper. But look how it's blending. Look at that blend. Okay. So it is blending very nicely. But it is a squeaky paper. Oh, okay. Pacola said Joanne's carries online. You can use a coupon. So there you go. Thank you, Pacola. All right. So there's a darker green. Now let's get a little bit even darker than that. Let's see here. I got this one in the regular Copic. All right, so let's see about blending those. And these are all Copics right now. So, you know, nothing blends like a Copic in my humble opinion. Okay, look at that little jewel right there. Let's go a little darker on this end. So what do y'all think? That looks pretty good. Let's see. Kathy says this might be good for ink wash illustration. Well, we'll test it out, Kathy. We'll test it all. Okay, so there we go. Now I've got here a Copic, a Master's Touch, and the Milo and the Master's Touch is some. Let's do another color here. Let's do, because I want different markers. All right, so there's two Copics and a Hoo Hoo Hero. All right, let's try that. Let's try the Hoo Hoo Hero and the. Okay, so here's a Copic, and let's try the Hoo Hoo Hero. Let's get the chisel edge here, and let's see how they blend. It's blending. It's blending. I mean, I'm seeing this paper is going to blend anything, any alcohol marker. So there's the Hoo Hoo and the Copic right there. Okay, let's try. Let's see. I got Copics and Milo, which is Milo is the same as the Artist Loft. I mean, not the Artist Loft. That's Michael's. The Master's Touch Hobby Lobby. They're exactly the same. All right. So let's see. So here is. Let's do the light here first. Light pink Copic. And then let's do a medium color Copic. Well, it's a bright pink. And let's blend those two together. All right. So now let's blend the Copic and the Milo or Milo, whatever it is. Oh, those are too much similar. That's too similar. Let's try these two. Let's try the Milo, and the Copic here. Whoops, I need the brush side. Yeah, see, they want to blend. So, yeah. Oh, we'll test it for you, Kathy. Don't worry. We'll test ink. We'll test watercolor. All right, so now let's try. What other colors do I have? Here's a Hoo Hoo Hero, a Copic, and two Copics. I'm trying to do different ones, you know. Okay, so let's try the Hoo Hoo Hero. Let's start with the dark purple. Let's go into the Copic. All right. Now let's try the Copic, two shades of the Copic to compare how easy they blend. This is kind of a wrong two shades. I need a darker purple. Hang on, let's see. Let me get a darker purple Copic here. Okay. I lost a cap on this one. So this was a cap from a one that went bad. So that's why the cap color is different on this one. There we go. I want these two colors. So let's try this one and this one. Yeah, the paper is like, I can actually see the paper. Let me see if I can really, really, really zoom in on this. Wait. Now everything's probably going to get a little fuzzy, but I want you to see this. All right, so let's do this again. All right, so Watch the paper if you can. Okay. Now watch the paper. See how it kind of melts together? Can y'all see that? I hope y'all could see how that kind of melted together. Okay. All right, let's back up a couple clicks here. Okay. All right, and then let's do a little bit of blues. I got the hoo-hoos. Let's do the chisel. Hoo-hoos do not have, the hoo-hoo heroes do not have a brush. Okay. The, like the Copic and the, what do you call it? The Milo and the, what do you call it? Master's Touch. Yeah, this paper is nice and blendy, that's for sure. But with markers, you still got to work it. You got to work wet to wet so that it blends, It has to you have to work it. You have to do that. You have to go, light to dark and dark to light and blend them. And the wet edge is what makes them makes them blend. So if they start to dry out, you have to, just keep getting it wet again. That's what makes it blend, is the wet on wet, the wet touching the wet. Okay, so let's see. Yupo is non-absorbent. Well, then Yupo would just sit on top. Then I don't know how well. I've never used the markers, the alcohol markers on Yupo. Is anybody here done that? I don't know, Picola. I think Xandra sent me a sheet of Yupo one time, but I don't know where it is. I might have even sent it to Janet or somebody. I don't know. So, okay. So yeah, Janet says the Yupo is not absorbent. Okay. So it's just going to sit. It's just, if it's not absorbent, then the marker's just going to sit on top. So let's take a look. It does go through, which I should have put something down. Look, I didn't even think about that. I should have let me tear up a piece of paper out of the sketchbook here. One of these test sheets out of the back to put it on top of. Okay. So that's the back. So it does go through. It does bleed through, but that's to be expected on pretty much any marker, any alcohol markers. Okay. How did you get here, Austin? I don't know, but welcome. Sit down. Enjoy the art. Everybody will make you feel welcome as long as you're not a troll. So just saying. So welcome. Let's see. Debbie, Riddick. Who else am I missing? So yeah, I don't know. Is anybody here? Can they speak to a Yupo paper? The Yupo paper brand? How it is with marker, with the alcohol markers? Bueller. All right, I'm not seeing any answers. Okay, so yeah, and again, this is a sketchbook paper. Let me cut that's gonna bug me every time I run into it. It's perforated, but I want a smooth edge, so cut that off. There we go. All right. All right. So now let's test some I'm going to move again. This is a paper we're working on. Hopefully we're still focused. Are we still focused, people? Let me go to my camera and make sure we're autofocus again. How we doing? Are we focused? Hopefully. Okay. You've only used it with alcohol inks. Well, I think that's what most people use the Yupo for, because doesn't it like sit on the surface? Now I could be wrong. Sit on the surface. I think Xandra's used it. I mean, Timmy's used it, and I think it just bleeds. it just like kind of bleeds out, right? With the alcohol inks and makes like flowery, um, you know, ink splots. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Pacola. So, okay. There you go. There's the answer to y'all's questions. Yeah. So Carr said exactly. Okay. There it is. That's what we're doing right now. And it's especially selected for use with alcohol markers. And again, the Copic gals that I looked up on YouTube recommend this. Well, you can see, look how nice it blends, right? All right, so now I'm going to get another sheet and we're going to do watercolor and ink. Okay. It's so slick and smooth. It's so, yeah, it kind of fractals. Yeah, it does fractal, Jane. The UPO fractals. Yeah. Okay, so now let's move the, and I'm not sure, you know what I should probably test is let me get a real quick. Where's one of my, pens that are waterproof, Micron or something. And let's just do a test with that because all right, so this one might, I don't know, I don't want to say it's the paper or is it my what do you call it? Pen is not new. This may not be a new. Let's try let's just try a Faber-Castell brush pen. I want to see if it feathers. That's what I'm looking at now. Does it feather? It doesn't seem to. It's not feathering yet. Okay. Very, very, I mean, it's like ice skating. It's so slick. I'm not kidding. It's very slick paper. You know. So there you go. You can kind of see it's not feathering at all. It's not bleeding, feathering out on this paper. All right, so now let's do watercolor and we'll do an ink too. You want me to do an acrylic ink, Kathy Arbor? What kind of inks should I use? I can use an acrylic ink and I'll use a Black Star ink. Liquitex, this is an acrylic ink, and then this is a waterproof India ink. We can try both of those. I'll just try those down here, and then we'll do a watercolor on that sheet. Okay, so let's just put a little here and see what happens. And then let's take a little brush to it, which I had here shortly. It is, now it just could be that, what do you call it, ink? It like wants to, it has, maybe I shook it up and that's why it's kind of bubble. It has a little bit of bubbles in it. Yeah, I think it's because I shook it. Okay, so this is the Liquitex acrylic. Let's spell that right. Liquitex. Okay, let me clean this brush. We'll test a little everything. Any ink is fine. Okay, so that's acrylic ink there. All right, so now this will be the Dr. P.H. Martin Black Star. Okay, so let's put a little down. Let's write what it is. Black Star Matte. This is a Black Star Matte as opposed to the high carb Black Star Matte. All right. Let me dry my brush well. Yeah, it's reacting just like the Faber-Castell Pit pen. Let's, I'll spray a little water on it and see what happens. It's a waterproof ink, but it's still wet. So let's see what happens with the wash. And then we'll do watercolor on the other paper. A ballpoint pen. Okay. Let's see. Let me get a... It's slick. I think it's going to work with everything. Martina says, I don't like it. I love it. Okay. And it's, I mean, your pen is just gliding over that. It's just slick as can be. Okay. Now let's see what happens. Okay. Now a ballpoint pen does take a little minute to dry. So it is, you know, this can happen with any paper, but especially on a slick paper, a ballpoint pen, you know, takes a minute to dry. So it is smearing with a ballpoint pen. Okay. Let's see what else. What else should I? What else would you like me to test, Kathy? Besides, I'm going to do watercolor too. But what else? Anybody? I'm reaching up over you guys. Okay. Okay. Let's see. What else should we try? Because I'm going to do watercolor here next. Let's see. Let me just get a watercolor set here. Let's see. Let's get one that has some bright colors. Let's get my Jane set here. And that's not the bright one. This is the bright one, I think. Okay. So we'll go with I'm just going to go with this little Jane Davenport. Sorry, guys, I smacked into the table. Color pencil. I'm not so sure about the color pencil now. Although it's not shiny. Look, it's not shiny. But it's so slick. I'm not hopeful for color pencil, but we'll do that in a minute. Let's go and do the watercolor. Okay, let that sit for just a second. And let's let me just let's just draw a little flower just to have something to see if it goes, you know, outside the, you know, if it bleeds or whatever. We'll just do some, just do some color tests. Hi, Linda Rins. Gel pens. Let's see, do I have a white gel pen there? Okay, let's see. All right, we'll go to that next. All right, so let's finish this. All right, so let's do this nice bright pink. And then I'll also do a wet into wet over here. So I've still got some other paint in my brush, so it's kind of dirty. Let's see here. So let's see if it wants to blend. Take two colors here. Let's put a little yellow in that just to see what happens. See, now it really wants to, I can almost see it doing a Yupo kind of effect with the wet into wet there. Can y'all see that? See the edges? We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Has to dry. I might have to hit it with the heat gun. Just see what it looks like when it's dry. Maybe you can see this better. Let's put the purple. There you go. It's kind of cool. It's not buckling yet. That's a good question, Kathy. Is it buckling? Not yet. But I'll get it real wet on an edge or something just to see what happens. It's not buckling yet, but what did I say the GSM is? It's 250 GSM. It feels like maybe not quite 110, but it's pretty thick. It's a little, see, it feels thicker than 90, but less than 110, something like that. Maybe, if there was such thing as 100, but I think it jumps from 90 to 110. But it feels the same on both sides. Okay, so let's see here. Let's put a little red. It's not wet. There we go. All right, let's do just a little wet and wet there. We'll see what happens when it dries. Pretty paper. Yes, Donna, it does seem pretty neat. Okay, so let's let this dry and see how it looks and what happens. And then we'll test some other things. All right, so this is watercolor. Where's my Sharpie pen here? This is not a fresh Sharpie, so it's a little faded, but hi, Melinda. Okay, so we're going to let this, it would take me 5 minutes to have this dry with the heat gun. So let me let it sit for a minute because it's really sitting on top. Let me look underneath. None of that's bleeded. None of that's bled through. The only thing that's bled through so far is the alcohol markers, which bleed through on everything, right? All right, so let's let this one sit aside. I'll use one more sheet of paper to test, and let's see here for pens and pencils, other pens. Okay, I got to move all these. Let me move all these Copics and markers out of my way. We'll test a gel pen, and I'll try to make it smear, and we'll see what happens. Right? Okay, so gel pens. Let's see. Okay, here's some. All right, so these are metallic gel pens. These are the Kaisercraft metallic gel pens. Let's do a test with those. Okay, so these are the, how do you spell Kaisercraft? Let's see. Gel, metallic. Okay. It's hard to see. It's a pretty blue, and it's metallic. Now, before it's dry, look, I can smear it a little. So it's going to have to. I don't know how long, or if it will, in fact, ever dry. But we'll test it again, and I'll heat set it. And we'll see. Okay, so there's that, and that's a metallic gel pen. Let's test a regular gel pen. I know I got some here somewhere. All right, and here we go. What is this one? This one, I think, is this souffle one. I think this is a jelly roll. Oh, that's a glaze. That's going to be, well, we can test it, but yeah. So this is the gel, if I can get it to work. I haven't used these in a while. Yeah, of course, I picked one that's not going to want to work. Let's pick another. Yeah, see, I haven't used these for a while. I need to get them primed to get going. Okay, I'm not going to test the jelly roll souffles and all those specialty ones because the pens aren't going. Oh, and I do have to remember to do this today. We have to read out of this. All right, let's do again, I'm going to do a smear test. So this is the Faber-Castell Pitt pens. And they don't smear. They almost dry immediately. They're not smearing at all. Okay. Let's see. What fun stuff would you do with this? I would use markers. I would do marker pieces on it. That's why I got it. Copics, markers, marker drawings. Okay, so let's see. Pencil. All right, so let's get a couple of colors of pencil here. I had those purples out. Let's see what happens. I'm sure it's going to lay down, but I'm not hopeful on the blendability. Let's just say that. Okay, we'll see. Okay, it's laying down. That's okay. It wants to leave pencil texture, and it's not my favorite for pencil. I feel like I'm really having to work at making it blend. Now, if I did a hard pressure blend, let's see what that does. Can y'all see? Let me zoom in again. Okay. Yeah, graphite pencil too. Okay, Kathy, thank you. All right, so if I do a hard pressure, it's feeling waxy almost immediately. And can you see see how it's doing texture-wise? It's going down, which is more than I thought it would. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't really think that this shiny paper would do it, but it will lay down on there. But would I want to do a face, skin tone? Probably not. Melinda, it is the Express It blending card, specially selected to use with alcohol markers. And it's not cheap. It's not cheap. I think Janet found 25 sheets for $25. This pack cost 42, I think. 42, but I think it was free shipping, I think, on Amazon. And then Picola or somebody found it at Joann's. So you can get it at Joann's and use a coupon. Okay. All right. So let's see. Let's try some graphite. Let's get some graphite pencil here, which I never have those handy. Never have a graphite other than this. I don't have them handy. Let's see here. Let's get my graphite box. Hang on, Kathy. I got some charcoal and some, what do you call it? Conti crayons and graphite sticks and charcoal. Let's see. Okay, here. This one's a graphite. Pretty sure. I think that's a graphite. Yeah. Well, I know this one is. No. This is a lot of charcoal and Conti crayon. Hang on. Let me this is probably graphite here. Here we go. Yeah. No. No, not that. Let's try another hardness. Let me get another pencil here, just a thicker pencil. Okay, here's the Kimberly General XXB. Now that one is going down, but and look, it's just smearing. The softer one is not really working, graphite, but this is the Kimberly General, which is, I think it might be a combo of graphite. It's going down, but like to sketch, let me find another regular pencil. Hang on. You can see how many times I use a regular pencil. Let's see here. All right, I'll be over here on this shelf. I just want to find a regular pencil. Let's see, there we go. All right, hang on, guys. All right, let's see here. That's the Kimberly 3B. Here is, all right, here's a general layout, extra black. it's not soothing. It's not, I do not like it for graphite. It, you know, mm, it's not doing it for me, Kathy. Yeah. Now the General XXB, because it's so thick and I'm putting hard pressure, it's working the best. But regular, just, like here's a layout graphite. I mean, you can do it. I mean, you can sketch it, but it doesn't feel like it doesn't feel good to me. But try and smear the graphite. Okay. It's picking up, but that's pretty, I put it on pretty light. Let's do it darker here so we can see. Okay, it's picking up on my finger, but it's not horrible, Janet. It's not horrible. Okay, this is the XXB. See, it's coming up, but it's really not moving on the paper that much. Can you see that? I don't know. Yeah, that's true. There is a finish on it that's hard to explain. It's just different than any paper I've tried. I color me pink. So let's see. What other pencils should we try? Those are pretty much all graphite. And let's see here. Let's go over here to the watercolor sheet and let's try the Super Tips. Let's try the Crayola Super Tip, shall we? Let's get a pink and a purple, a couple, Let's try the Super Tips. Okay, it's real slick. You can kind of blend a Super Tip on there, which is pretty, it's hard to find paper you can do a Super Tip on. That's the first one that is making it feel like it's pilling. This was the first thing that we've used that I can feel trying to blend it. It wants to pill. See? And that's because I've had to put so much to blend. It's really made for alcohol. Yeah, that's what these are, Linda. These are the Super Tip Crayola. It did blend. Let me get a couple more colors to test. Let's see. Let's get a couple of shades of green, like a really dark green and a light green, so you can kind of see how they'll blend better. Okay, so it goes down fine. It goes down okay. I'm having to really fight to get it to blend. It will do it, but it's pilling. Any more than that, if I put any more on that, it's going to start pilling up like it did here. Look, see how it's pilling? So you can do it. I would recommend it in small areas, like a little leaf or something like that, not a full-on page, because you're not going to get it to blend on a full-on page with the Super Tips. That would be a little tricky, I think. But let me write down here. Super Tips. And I'll save these sheets. All right, so let's sop up some of that water right there so I can dry this, and let's test the buckle. Let's see if any of it buckled. That's still real wet. Yeah, it's buckling as I dry it. You see there? There you go. It's not horrible, but it is buckling with the oversaturated. This is with the oversaturated watercolor. Okay, with the with the markers, it's went through, but there's no buckling at all. No buckle with the markers. But with the watercolor, because that was just pure water, we did a wet and wet right here. And it does buckle. There you can see. Okay. All right, let's back out again. All right, so we tested that, and definitely a good marker paper for sure. For sure, good marker paper. And ink, actually. I think it's good for the ink too. The waterproof, this is the India ink, and this is the pit pen there. All right, anything else y'all want me to test? Again, this is the wrapper on it, so you can look for this. We'll wait and see if you'll have any more questions or anything to test. All right, I'm going to leave this sitting here for a minute. I'm going to go ahead and read it out of our 1001 Ways to Be Creative. And because I think we forgot last week. I think we actually forgot it last week. So I'll go ahead and read a couple extra pages. So this is 1001 Ways to Be Creative, a little book of everyday inspiration, Barbara Ann Kipfer. And I had got this for $3.99 at Tuesday morning before my Tuesday morning closed. But you can get it on Amazon and other places. So, all right. So I'm going to go over to where we left off. And again, these are just ideas, prompts, inspiration to give you ideas. If you're in the Society of Idea Collectors with us, then you want to maybe write some of these down. And I always say, guys, when I'm reading these off, if something else occurs to you, if some other ideas occur to you while I'm reading, make sure you write down your ideas. Okay, make sure you write down what occurs to you. Okay. All right. So here we go. Number 333. Draw your ideal living room. Sign up for a course in something completely impractical. Remember that nothing is original. Record sounds, textures. Record. Sorry, I thought they meant like an LP. Record sounds, textures, taste, and smells. Write about a meal you have never forgotten. Ask questions. Make mistakes. Acknowledge your doubts. There are always ways to learn and create something new. Notice what light does to objects at different times of day. Paint a giant mural with a group of friends. And y'all know I have a mural room, the guest room that Hubster's over there hasn't knocked on the wall yet with its back out, is my mural room. And I've painted like James Christensen's animals and creatures and all kinds. I painted Barb Owen's Siamese cat on my mural room. I have a whole bunch of stuff in my mural room. Let ideas incubate. Time can help separate workable ideas from ones that should be set aside. Watch a quiz show and try to answer every question. Dig deep in your memory. Or another thing too, when you're watching TV, always try to have a little sketchbook with you so that you can write, you can sketch down things, even if it's just a doodle or just an idea or a color combination. Anything occurs to you. So you're engaging your creativity while you're vegging out on something, Learn something new every day. What would you like to leave as your creative legacy? Delve into the study of design in nature called teleology. 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 I didn't know there was a name for design in nature. I like to look at macro photography where everything's real close up. But I guess the study of design in nature is teleology. Imagine ordinary everyday scenes as photographs. Train yourself to notice details as soon as you enter a new space. Draw the space surrounding an object, not the object itself. What do you see? And that's like how you can learn negative space. How I had a teacher show us, this was like 1983, maybe, when I did a class with well, anyway, I won't get into all that, but it was a drawing class, and she piled up a bunch of chairs, ladder back chairs. Y'all know what a ladder back chair is? Chair that has like, looks like a ladder back. She piled like maybe, I don't know, it seems like 20. It was probably 10, but it's piles and piles of ladder back chairs, and you had to draw the air in between. You did not draw the chair. You draw the space in between. And when you draw that negative space, then the positive pops out. You still see, you can still tell it was chairs, right? Oh, thanks, Scrap Girl. Paint joy. All right, we'll do one more page. Write from the heart. WRITE, write from the heart. Doubt the things that others take for granted. Creativity is a cycle of preparation, incubation, insight, evaluation, and elaboration. Try documenting these stages. Dress out a character for a day, then write about the experience. Throw a theme party for your partner. Take note of at least 5 things you see right now that you've never noticed before. Ask a stupid question. Spend some time every weekend creating, constructing, or renovating something. And I'll put our little post-it for the next pages. So yeah, I'm enjoying reading a couple pages out of. Hi, Lisa Nelson. I'm enjoying reading a couple pages out of this every week, and maybe we'll finish it in a year or two. But it's just a little thing to get you sparked. Get your creativity sparked, or you can always look up online prompts. They're all over Instagram and Pinterest. Oh, let's see. Dinner time, you're vegging out on your creativity. All right, guys. So do y'all have any more questions on the papers? Or this is the back sheet, so it doesn't sink through. Again, I've just been working in my XL Canson mixed media, and all I've done in this book is cut out other art journal pages that I didn't like from other, most of them are from 8.5 by 11 art journal pages. Some are a little bigger, but then I've just cropped them down and put them in this book to reuse, remake, redo. So we worked on this one last week, I think. Maybe, yeah, last week. And then, so where's the one we're working on this morning? There we go. Worked on this one this morning. Hi, B. Oh, thank you, Linda. Yeah, he's on meds for his back. He did get an x-ray yesterday, so they'll see if there's anything on the x-ray. Although, he's thrown his back out before over the years and it's worked itself out. So, but this one was really painful this time. And all he did, he just bent over and took something out of the dishwasher. I mean, that's usually like I've done the same thing, throwing my back. You just bend over and pick up a pencil and you throw your back out. It's not necessarily that you're doing anything heavy or anything weird or anything, it's just, it can just pop out. Your back can just like, I don't know what it is exactly. But anyway, thank y'all for the kind thoughts and prayers. So, yeah, so this is the one we were working on today. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling like stopping on it and moving on to another So, actually, I don't. I think he was just getting out a dish. I think he was getting one out. So, good one though. Yeah, you don't want to eat off dirty dishes, so you gotta clean them. Let's see. I kind of like this one. This was kind of cool. I mean, I like all of them. Now that I've cut them down to redo them, this one I really like this morning. I was really liking that one. Let's see if we can find something to put in this world. Let's just use our collage because I have this book out. I was showing everybody this book this morning, the things to cut out in collage. It's a fun book. If you've not done collage, starting from just scratch and gluing things down and starting from scratch, having something at hand can help you get motivated or get you inspired to, make something out of it. Oh yeah, and thank you, Pacola. Yeah, Starla, Trisha, Gaga, that super chatted me today. Thank you all so much. Well, let's just see. Let me just see what grabs me. Okay, so first off, right now, I already see these marbles. These are, I like to use these marbles for planets. Hi, Kate the Skate. How you doing? Did you get your happy mail? I think I sent. Yeah, I'm sure I did. Sent it out. But these rocks right here, I'm kind of liking this. Let's see. Do I want to like? See, I can just see these coming down these stairs here. Now, I don't like the blue, this color blue, but I'm liking this. I'm liking that. Isn't that cool looking? Look. So, that's what's fun about collage is just playing, tearing papers, playing, gluing, and then painting them in, So let's go ahead and tear this off. So you just create things like that. So I'm not limiting myself to just what's on the square. You can add whatever you want, continue it on. Oh, the mail. I know the mail has been slow. I was telling the girls earlier, I was telling the fibs friends in the box earlier that I sent mom a priority 2-day, one of those $7.95 envelopes. I sent her a I'm not sure I want this here yet, so I'm just gonna kind of tack it down like this. I sent her the Daphne's Diary magazine, and took like 8 days for a 2-day what do you call it, priority envelope. Let's see. Front door is closed. Hi, Devin. Good to see you. Anybody else I missed? So again, if you just joining us or weren't here earlier, we did do some tests with the this paper right here, the Express It blending paper. Specifically made for alcohol markers. So we did tests with that. It worked awesome for the Copics and the alcohol markers. And ink. It did work well for the ink. I wasn't too impressed with it for much else. I mean, I can see how you could use it for other things, but would I? Maybe if the thing struck me right. But I really bought it for the alcohol markers, is what I bought it for. All right, so let's see. I'm happy with that for the moment. Let's move this out of the way and just go to another page, and let's just, just look and see what something strikes me to find something to glue down on it. I don't know. I just like having it handy. So if I don't really know what to do, I can't think of anything, I want to, just play and just kind of experiment. Um, I don't know. What's he doing? A tree on this? Somehow I'm thinking of trees in this. This kind of looks viney. Viney. And I'm also seeing how this right here was my where's my paint I had earlier. Let's see. It's probably starting to get harden up because I've had this out since this morning. But I've got these same colors here. So let's go ahead. I have to wet this a little bit because it's been sitting here for 3 hours. So, all right. So what's everybody else doing today? Anything creative? Or, I'm sure some of y'all have to go to work or are working or at work. Anything exciting to do? I'll just be sitting here hanging out with the hubster while he's recovering in his back. And hopefully he'll be feeling better with the muscle relaxers and the pain meds. Okay, Kate's teaching students how to paint a landscape. Awesome. Do you give them some kind of template, like lines or a template, or divide it for them? Or how do you start? Let's hear the first sentence. Don't say like, today we're going to make a landscape. What's the first step, Kate? What's the first step you tell your students when going to make a landscape? We'll get some lesson from, I always call Kate a real art teacher. And what I mean by that, guys, is she actually teaches at a school. So it's not like other artists are not real artists or, whatever, but Kate actually teaches I think they're remote learning right now. I think they're doing remote learning, but let's see. Oh, okay. That's awesome. Tiger Princess is coloring. Okay, so Linda said family visited a whole bunch of 2021 calendars, Japanese newspapers for collage. Awesome. Oh, you got some fun on there. You got some fun on you, Linda. Let's see, Melinda, I'll probably also watercolor a sea and sailboat picture I saw yesterday. Don't forget too, guys, Kathy Arbor does classes on Thursday online at 1 Eastern. So Kathy Arbor. Okay, so let's see. Kathy, she said the first step is understanding or learning the parts of a landscape and rules they follow. And that's what you'd say to them? Yeah. Pink Monkey is sewing. Thanks, guys. Yeah, there's Kathy Arbor right there. So she does classes on 1 p.m. Thursdays tomorrow on her channel. Let's see. You sound so much like a teacher. I say I'm not a teacher. I know what, the skill sets that it takes to be a teacher. I have no patience. And if y'all ever hear me like get the teacher voice, I always sound mad. I would probably be one of the teachers if I ever was like in a student setting, other than just like one-on-one. That's not so bad, but it's like, I want you to get it. I want you to get it now. I showed you how to do it. Now you just go do it. But I know it sounds more mean and gruff than I feel, because I don't feel that. I feel like I'm excited, I'm hopeful, and you can do it. We can do it. But it's like, now do it. It's like I just don't have patience. And being a teacher, you have to have patience. You have to like one step at a time show, what are you doing right? What are you doing wrong? Why are you doing this right? Why are you doing it wrong? And of course in art, we always have, there's no right or wrong, but sometimes there is, especially if you're trying to teach a technique, if I was going to try to teach somebody how to do watercolor, I wouldn't be getting out the Express It paper. Not that you can't use it. Here's a good example. It's not that you can't use Express It blending paper made for markers with watercolor. Oh, you can. But as we found out, that paper is going to buckle. It's not that you can't make something with it or do things with it, but I don't have the patience. You struggle with patience too? Yeah, I don't have the patience to be a teacher, and I get that voice. I don't know. Do you get that voice, Kate, when you're teaching? Do you get the voice as a music scrap Jean who she was a music teacher. Teaching, you got to really have patience to teach music. And she called it the teacher voice. But yeah, I sound so gruff when I get that voice. I have the energy, but I don't have the patience. Was it coloring pizza? I have to get some pencil rolls out. Okay, well, get them out. Get them out, girl. So, okay. Oh, let's see. Okay, said I have the voice. I have that voice all the time. Family hates it. I use it at home. Oh, well, and I'm sure it's hard when you transition from the teacher mode to family mom role. I'm sure it's hard to not carry that over. I don't know. What about you, Kathy? Oh, wait. Let's see here. She says, it's one. That is strange. I will have to change it. Oh, well, I guess they're talking about Kathy's show. It comes on 1 Eastern Thursdays. So look up Kathy Arbor. What about you, Kathy Arbor? Do you get a teacher voice? I mean, I watch your show, but I don't know that you really get that. You sound patient. Kathy, you sound very patient when you're teaching. Yeah, you have to switch modes, Kate. Yeah. So anyway, guys, y'all have any more questions or anything? If not, I think I'm going to make this a short day today and go make Hubster some lunch. I don't know what he wants for lunch, but can't be taking pain meds on an empty stomach. I'll be rolling him out the room if that's the case. So hopefully his doctor calls him back with X-ray news if there's anything to see on X-ray. Yeah, listen to some music or a podcast or something in the car. Of course, now, how often do you go to school, Kate? How is most of your stuff online, or have you gone back to in school yet? Have you gone back to in school at all? Yeah, is it half and half, or what are you doing? So, your eyes are goofy. You feel like taking a pic. Not quite sure where that went. Let's see. Didn't know if my eyes were goofy. I feel like taking a pic. I don't know. Take on this. Was it good? Oh, you're welcome, Pink Monkey. I hope that gives y'all some inspiration and a little bit of laugh and a little bit of fun, during the day. I usually only stream 2 days a week. Jan and I were starting to do a what do you call it? I think I'm gonna scrape some white paint on there. A guest show on Thursday mornings at 9. I don't know. It doesn't seem like people want to be our guests, do they, Janet? Where's my here it is. Let's get out my palette knife here. Let's do a little. This is almost dried up here, so let me use this up here. It's getting a little crusty. Your paint lid. Oh yeah. It's I like just using paint lids for acrylic. Now you can't do this for watercolor because you can't, watercolor is translucent. You can't do a black, this is just a black Folgers coffee lids that I use for acrylic paint. And it can pile up and I don't care. And then if you want to, you can peel it off if you're one of those people that likes to save, if you like to save the paint skins. I don't do that. I did a few at one point, but Denise made me throw them all away. Let's see. Oh, the kitty on the left side of your paint palette. Oh, the kitty on the left. This? There's a kitty over here? Here? Do you see a cat in here? Is that what somebody's saying? I'm not sure. So, and I do have an order coming in from Xandra. And again, Xandra's stuff always comes really fast. Now, she did have a big sale, so things did go out a little. Xandra's real quick on the draw when she mails out Paint and Paper Studio Xandra, Scraps to Beauty Xandra. So I do have a paper order coming in, and let me check it for you guys real quick. See if it's coming in today. Oh, I wiped it out. Okay. Sorry, I didn't see the cat. Let's see. Let me go to my mail. Package. Just track it. Go to the tracking. See, it doesn't say. It just says it's in Atlanta. So I don't know if it'll be here today or not. But everything's so backed up or slow or something with the mail. Usually things are pretty, and I know a lot of people are probably mailing gifts and stuff. They're probably mailing, their packages. So maybe that's just it. So Lisa said, we have a place called Rags and Wags, and books and magazines cost whatever you want to donate. Needless to say, I've been heyday tearing them out. Oh, okay. So Rags and Wags, is that does it support dogs? Like wags, like tail wags? Oh. All right, let me dry this because you don't want to close your book ever when it's wet. At the very least, put some wax paper. And I'm going to want to put some of this orange color down in here. I just don't have any out on my palette right now. And I'm getting ready to leave. So, but that orange color, that sienna, I want to put some more of that sienna, peachy color kind of down in there. And probably find something like, let me just find a random fish. Let's just find a random fish. Or a crab, like that crab. He could be peeking out of there. He could be coming up out of the water and trying to get to that, You just, pick something. Just pick something and play and see what happens, Or some, like a random, I'm not going to fussy cut it, but, you can have a random fish. Just whatever. Just to start a story for yourself so you're not, I'm going to fussy cut one thing out real quick. So you're not just starting with no idea at all. I'm going to cut one thing out and then I'm going to go. So you can wait 1 second while I fussy cut something. Or not. Judy said the mail is definitely constipated. A Whoville house, yeah. I mean, see, that's the thing, and you can make it. And don't follow Devin. Devin does some awesome art journaling pages too. Devin Rex. So, hang on. It's going to take me 30 seconds or so to cut this out because I just have to do it. I just have to do this, and I could see you making a Whoville out of it, Devin. Hang on, I'm almost done. But it's fun just to take a random collage bit and just go from page to page. Like I can take this that I'm getting ready to show you and go from page. Maybe I'll do that real quick. So look. But look how, see all these little things that just kind of goes with that hand there. But you could have it coming down out of the sky. And I would trim this to whatever level I would put it on. But look, see? Let me just, let's cut that point off there. All right, so let's just go through here and see. Okay, the word hope is on there. Some of it doesn't have enough to really do anything. She's gonna can have it coming off off the page. Look, that looks pretty cool right there. Doesn't that look kind of cool? And you could have something, she could be catching water. She could be catching, flower petals falling down. Oh, I think I try to be encouraging, you know. I mean, it's just fun to, kind of move things around and see what you can do. Get some ideas. And take a few items, Remember when we did the Bob Ross book, the Bob Ross poster, and we put the girl in there screaming, ah, and we put her in the Bob Ross scenes, you know? But just look how it looks different when you turn it different ways. Yeah, it can be anything. I mean, it can be a fish, a bowl of fruit, a face, a person, and just kind of go through and something will strike you. Something will strike your fancy and you'll want to play with it. And then don't be afraid. That's when you got to go, I'm gluing that right here. I'm gluing this right here and I'm just going to roll with it. Like maybe this is going to that's Leonardo da Vinci's sketchbook page right there. Like that. And of course, I'd paint clouds, or some rain or something coming across so it doesn't look like just the hand floating. It's coming from somewhere. But when you do it, Susan, when you do it so much, you do this all the time. You just you just do it all the time. You see things more, but you have to not be afraid. If y'all have ever seen my 30-second or 1 minute YouTube promo at the beginning, I've left it up. It's been there for 5 years. I haven't changed my YouTube promo in 5 years. And you can see what I'm talking about. No fear art. So I think we're just going to go ahead and I'm going to roll with this hand right here. And people always ask me too, do you make copies of your collage fodder so you can use it again? And I really don't, guys. I use the original, like when I buy Catherine Anderson's books or this collage book that I got this handout of, I just use it. And I feel like there's going to be other hands out there. There'll be other, fish or fruit or flowers or whatever. I like using the originals right out of a book rather than copying them. For one, I don't want to take the time. When I'm working on something, it's let's just get it, let's do it. I don't want to I don't want to go stop and make copies, and there's the ink going to run, or so. But anyway, so we worked on this today, and I just imagine this as some kind of a pterodactyl something, like, skeleton hanging there or something. I haven't really blended them in yet, or, but I just, as far as I got with this, there's a little flower there. There's a little Mayan temple down here. And I painted in some clouds and this other, and he could be stepping on it. And we could have little feet coming over this like this. It could be little bones, little bony feet. Little bony feet come. All right, guys. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this. And yeah, I hope y'all had fun and got some ideas. And we tested out that Express It paper for you guys. And we will see you later. The good Lord willing and the creek don't rise. Bye, guys.